Alrighty. Silver's going crazy. Wow. Markets are open. Markets are moving. What's good? What's good? Happy holidays, everybody. It's been a busy week. Took some time off, you know, Christmas with the family. Ate a lot of food. Ate a good amount of food. It's pretty much. I thought yesterday was Friday or something. I forget. Yeah, this week was kind of just like. I thought yesterday was Friday. Markets are moving. Silver's going crazy right now. Gold's, we know where gold is and the metals are. It's been, it was definitely an interesting holiday week. And yeah, we got the metals, all-time highs. Silver, all-time highs, just crushing $82, $83 almost right now. I think it just hit like almost $83. $82 up there. Opened up, so like market opened, and this thing just, pew, yeah. A lot of movements been made, yo, like crazy how these metals are moving going into the end of the year, the start of the year. Needless to say, it's been a crazy trend so far. And I mean, gold's been just like, I mean, we didn't have, there was movement last week. Last week moved. There was some movement last week. Gold's just chilling above $4,500 right now. I mean, for gold, like we're above $4,500. We've been above that since last week, which is like a strong price. Strong price to be above. We broke above that all-time high. I did say like a lot of sessions when we were back in here, when we were more active, like when we were down here, that I was saying I thought that 43.50 was gonna break out, if anyone remembers, like weeks ago, the last like 3 weeks. I kept talking about that on several streams. 43.50, that exact price. I kept saying we're probably gonna break above that. So it's like, you know, something's. I'm not surprised. Like where we are, it's like not. It's shocking. It's like, damn, yo. But it's like some things you anticipate a bit, so it's tough, so you don't get as shocked. Silver's though, silver's crazy. Silver's kind of shocking. Like silver's like only done this. We've only moved like this pretty much like 3 times ever. Silver's only moved like parabolic like this 3 times in history, like really, on the chart. Silver's chart's crazy right now. That's the silver chart on the monthly time frame. And yeah, this thing's going pretty berserk. There was a great trade. Like, like I mean, I wouldn't get like, at this point, it's like the news hits. Like we've seen a lot of this news here that I was just posting here. Some of you guys might have saw. China news. China will be imposing export restrictions on silver beginning 5 days on January 1st. These restrictions will require special government license silver exports. Some of you guys might have saw this. Posted some stuff. I saw some other news articles from like a month ago. This is from like a month ago. I saw some things from like a month ago that we might have missed out on, or maybe some of you guys saw. So yeah, China is the world's largest silver refiner and major player in global supply chain. Yeah, so China is a major refiner, exporter of silver. If they start restricting exports, global supply tightens, especially for the West. Shanghai silver prices are higher, so right now silver's at like $82. Some of you guys were even saying, I saw some people saying in the chat they saw prices of silver elsewhere for like $89. Some places even $91. Apparently there's a supply shortage with silver. Apparently there's a supply shortage. Apparently that's what's going on. And I wrote some information here, like supply shock incoming. So less silver available to the rest of the world equals higher prices due to supply and demand imbalance. This is why prices are already exploding. So it's like prices already making, it's been making the move leading to this. It's like, but this is a crazy move. I've never seen like a chart like this, unless it was like a crypto, to be honest, like back in like years, over the years. Yeah, like silver's only moved like this a few times in history. Every time it did end up crashing. I mean, back in 1979, 1980, silver had a huge spike to like $50. And yeah, it ended up crashing. And then back in 2011, so between like 2008 and 2011, got all the way up to $50 again, and then had a crash back down. So yeah, now we're at $82 silver, broken above the all-time high, doing what gold already did like this year. Like gold has been on a run all year. Gold broke an all-time high and then just kept going. Like we've seen gold move the way it did this year. Silver's now running. If there's a trend there, I mean, you could try to go like, is there a trend here? Like, I mean, we've had this type of movement. You don't want to chase price, get overly excited, because silver is really volatile. So if you get a bad entry on it, it's not fun. It's not good. There could be a trend here, but you want to wait for like pullbacks, if anything, if you're trying to go with a trend, if this is like a sign of trend starting. But look at gold's dumping right now. Silver's pump probably would have like a pullback. Like I wouldn't expect it to just go up in a straight line the whole time. Look how much it's moved in the last month. Nearing the end of the month as well too. We have 2 days left on the month, well 3. So it's like probably find that high. It's probably gonna find that high of the month, like the highest point reached in the month here. Gold maybe going into like January, or I mean this week if you're really looking at the market going into January. We're above $4,500, so that's like pretty key right now. Something we can look at if we're looking for trend continuations. I mean, going into 2026, I posted a video today. I don't know if you guys seen it. Check it out. That video I posted, like we were talking about that information, like that video. I recorded that video like 2 weeks ago. I posted a video today. But that video, like everything I went over in that video, I mean, we've talked about on live streams. So if you're missing the live streams, it's like, this is some good information. Like the information I go over in this video, we talked about several weeks ago. And I mean, like maybe gold's kind of going on, it's like starting a rally going into that new year. Maybe by March we're a bit higher. I think gold could go to like $4,900, and maybe there has like a big correction. Either it's going to do that by the middle of 2026 or the end of 2026. Those are like the strong seasons, like kind of like what we've seen gold do maybe this year, like what we've seen it do this year in 2025. It had 2 really strong phases, and it's kind of seeming like it's entering one. Like I even said weeks ago, like price is strong. Like weeks ago when we were down here, I was saying to you guys, like price still looks strong. Like it doesn't feel like it's bearish, or it doesn't look bearish. It looks stronger, like there's demand. There's been a couple phases this year where gold was really, really strong in 2025. Like you had the beginning of 2025 start out very, very strong. The first few months in the beginning of 2025. So all the way from January 1st all the way up until February it went up. March. And then around April, end of April, you can kind of see it went on a period where it stopped. But there was like, I would say two, maybe we're entering one now, like 3 phases, because gold has been very strong these last weeks. You can see beginning of 2025, and then after the summer, those were like the strongest phases for gold in 2025. So if we're looking for gold to go higher, maybe hit $4,700, $4,800, $4,900, I would say it's gonna do that by 2 certain times. It's gonna probably have like last year, like it's either gonna do it by March, April, let's say April, or it's gonna have that maybe towards the end of the year. I mean, we're going into January, and January, February, March, like the end of the first quarter of the year is known as like a strong season. Maybe that's kind of kick-starting already. Silver's prices are crazy. But yeah, China restrictions. Look into that. I posted some stuff in the Discord moments before I streamed. I saw this on Twitter or X. So the U.S. silver spread just blew out to levels we've never seen before. China tightening silver export isn't about price control. It's about domestic priority. When Beijing starts licensing exports, global supply gets rationed. Weather. It went longer. I should have clicked on show more, but you could go on online on like X.com, Twitter. Some of us who were in the beginning days of X call it Twitter still. I'm just so used to saying it. So yeah, like that's what's going on in a couple days. I guess starting January 1st. That's what's pretty much like imploding the price of silver, probably like right now or these last weeks, like right now as market opens. Because I mean, it's happened January 1st, and you can see market opened like. Psh. But even just coming into this week or coming into before January 1st, this news is set for January 1st. And even before that, like we can already see prices having an impact right now, coming into the new week before January 1st, and even like the last weeks, right, leading up to this January 1st restrictions with China. So as you can see, like 2025 has been an interesting year. Now we're still facing some of the things that we faced in 2025 with like trade wars, tariffs, mineral exports. Or if you guys remember, back in like the beginning of the year, it was a lot about the mineral exports and stuff between China, and even like Canada got tossed in there and some stuff like that, other countries. Now this is metals. We're talking about metals. You know, a lot of these tariffs and these things that happened in 2025 had to do with like exports of even minerals and stuff like that, rare earth minerals. Now we're talking about earth metals and stuff. It's definitely unexperienceful, if experienceful is a word. Like, you know, it's what can you say? Like when I first started trading, I was learning about technical analysis and Bollinger Bands and moving averages and stochastics, right, and stuff like that. When I first got into the world of investing and trading, right, it's like you're learning about freaking Bollinger Bands. And now your trading matures into how you look at things, how you view things, and the market. It's definitely an interesting when looking back from experience. Because when I first started trading, probably wouldn't have been talking about this stuff. Probably was studying Bollinger Bands when I started trading. How the Bollinger Bands work, you know? All right, let's pull up the Bollinger. How does this affect the Bollinger Bands? You know? No, okay. But yeah, it's crazy. So supply could be tightening. It takes. I was doing some research and I saw. Where is it? Where did I post here? So. Requiring special license slows down the flow of silver, even if it's technically allowed. So that adds friction, delays, more uncertainty, which tends to drive prices up. When a country starts hoarding key resources, it's usually because they see future value rising, need it for domestic use, want strategic control. So some bullish signals there still. getting interesting. What a year. Yeah, silver $83. Check the chat. What are you guys saying? No pullbacks. I was, you know, there's time, like silver's been on a pretty clear trend. Like you could go in here and maybe look at like the 4 hour, 2 hour, and 1 hour and see some trend continuation signs. Like there's been some break and retests kind of along the way. Maybe a few entry signals along the way. I mean, it's timing with gold. Gold's easier to trade than silver. So if you're like taking a trade on gold, it's like if you have a clean entry on gold, it's like maybe there's a clean entry on silver at times. It's pretty much just like been breaking, continuing the highs. Like the highs have broken. Like pretty much when you break the highs, you're continuing at this point. Like you're getting momentum and demand breaking through all of these highs along the way up. Like every level. It's good to look at like when you see these highs or lows, like try to look at what price it's at, because like you still have like key levels that you can look at with silver. Like with gold, like you could put $80 obviously, $85 every $5, $75. You could still find some key price levels with silver every $5. So like here you got $70 right here. So like these highs, when it makes a high or like a pullback point, like and it breaks above, it's usually getting strong momentum, pulling back, continuing. Not always does it pull back, but as you can see, like one thing is like usually when it breaks like a high, it's just continuing through that. So you have this resistance here. It's just continuing through that. You make like a pullback here, just continues through that. Comes back here, you have the resistance now, just breaks through that. It's pretty strong with how it's moving. It's moving very fast, all the highs, and every time it pulls back and makes a resistance, it just breaks through that along the way up. So every single high that you could see ends up breaking out. It just has a breakout, like they're just breaking out of the highs. So it's just trading literally above every high. It's going fast, so it's more of like a breakout trend, like more going with the momentum, which maybe like not every trader has the appetite for. Like this is obviously the type of market where it's applicable for. It's a fast momentum type of market right now. There's demand for a reason. But like when you're looking at every resistance that it's made, there's just breakouts that take it higher, pulls back, breakouts that take it higher, then it pulls back, then it breaks out. So you're getting a lot of these breakouts. Like price just broke out. Looks like it's trying to fly to like $85. It's, I mean, in kind of an aggressive condition to try to just push by. Like last week was an easy week for me. I made $9,800 last week just like clicking buy on gold, pretty much. like I just, one of those weeks where you just kind of click buy, and yeah. Gold's kind of had that this year, I'll admit. Like it's been a pretty easy market this year because of the trend, and like there's been times I just literally click buy on a pullback and just ride it out. Small lot sizes, scale it up. Yeah, last week was one of those weeks where it was just like click buy and it worked out. Because the trend, I mean, there's been a trend here, and I go over this video. The video I posted today, I posted a video today. There's been a trend all year. I mean, the last 2 years with gold. And I mean, there's a lot of reason why. We talk about it in this video, the factors driving gold and why it has so much demand. I mean, banks were forecasting 4,500 an ounce by mid 2026. We're already there before 2026. Like we hit it last week, all-time highs last week. If you go in that video, I talk about some of the prices that banks are even forecasting. I think around here. In this part somewhere, yeah, it should be like here. Talk about like there's gold price forecasts for some of these major banks. I think I talk about it through the video at maybe a different part. For the most part, like mid 2026, a lot of them are targeting 4,900. Like, and look, we've been pretty much just above $4,500 now, so. We're well above $4,400. We just clean break through $4,400. Didn't really do a pullback. 44.50. So yeah, like right now, like going into this week, we're above $4,500. That's a key price. So we can. I like to use these prices as kind of like thresholds, barriers, or like let's just say a floor. It's a floor below us. When there's demand in the market, price can help us, because it's like, okay, this is a high price, obviously $4,500. But if there's demand in the market, it's kind of like a flip in the sense of that, like, you can see when we came to $4,500, there was like sells, but then we broke above it once, and then we came below it, and then we broke above it again, and now we kind of just been stalling above it. So it's a good level that if we maintain above this week, all through this week, like we just had a big pullback, I think to 45.25. Yeah, we did just hit 45.25 not that long ago, and we're back at 45.40. So this level is important, 4,500. That's a high price. You would think like sell there, but buy low, sell high, sell at a high price. But now the market's broken through that, kind of like a force. It's like the market's broken through it with force. So it's showing like a willingness to stay above it. That's like when there's demand in the market and you have like a key price level like this, the market's showing a willingness to stay above it, maintain above it. That's important. That tells you that trend is still pretty much intact. Like, so one of the questions I have when I'm in a situation like this where the market's like this, it's like, okay, I first start to think like on the bigger picture. And the bigger picture for me is like, okay, we're above $4,500. That's key. That's a key thing, right? I think as long as we stay above that price, gold can remain bullish for the near term, this week, or maybe going on to the next couple of weeks, going into that first month of the year. That's one way you could take it slowly going into like January, is like, okay, we're above 4,500. That's key. Can I find any good entries at the right times? Not forcing any entries. Maybe New York session, provide some entries. Maybe London session, different sessions through the weeks and days of the week, right? It's not, okay, we're above $4,500. I just have to buy. It's, can I find a good entry? Can the market look good on a certain time frame as I watch it more as the week opens or the days go by? If you're aggressive and you have like a plan, like you could just try to buy and hold and see if that works for swings. Like a good entry would be like it just tapped 45.25, which does have resistance there. I just noticed that. So I mean, it's like if you're trying to be more aggressive and you don't want to miss out maybe on the trend, if this level can hold, we do have that resistance there. If that can still hold, the market could potentially just keep kind of grinding up, pushing up. But you could even just wait to see if because we're above 4,500. That's kind of like the bigger picture. It's a psychological price. Could we come back to that over the next weeks? Or even just looking for entries at times like New York session. Okay, maybe I'm just going to trade the New York session and see if I can get an entry at New York session that holds as long as we stay above $4,500. But yeah, we're above 4,500. That's pretty impressive going into the end of the year. I don't think we all thought it was going to finish like the year like this. I think we almost hit $4,600 for gold. Like it almost was like on the way to $4,600 last week. So yeah, price of Ethereum. What's the price of Ethereum? 2,900, just below 3,000, right? Look at that. The price of one Ethereum is just below $3,000. Gold is way more than Ethereum now. So what would you? It's like, what would you rather own, an ounce of gold or ounces of gold, or Ethereum? It's like there's been it's crazy. Gold's been the trade. Like gold was the trade. We were so into crypto at one point. I hold a lot of Ethereum. The crypto market's just very paused right now. Like I don't know, every day it's kind of like pump dump. Like I'll see Ethereum, like I look at Ethereum every single day, and not a lot of volume. I mean, $3,000, I swear I see it like on the way to $3,000 and then it drops. Not a lot of volume for crypto this week. Nothing really. Christmas, holiday week. Everything's super low. Dash moved up. That was Dash. Like, Dash came down. Dash. This coin moved. I noticed the other day this coin moved, and I looked at the chart and how it moved. I mean, like, there's some structure there. This coin pumped the other day. So did... And this, let me see. There's some structure there. Look at this chart. This recovered. Zcash, like Zcash, like it went on a crazy run and then it dumped, and it's recovered. It's made some structure. So see how this has made some structure. Not every crypto's it's looking like not every crypto is gonna recover at the same time. Like, I noticed this coin just recovered pretty well from where it was just at, and there's actually structure there on the chart. Same with Dash. Dash just made a bit of a shift out, which is like something you'd want to see on a chart realistically. Like, let me give you an example. When I go to Solana, like, this has actually made a little bit of a structure shift out. So I don't think everything's going to recover at the same time. Like, if I go to Solana, wouldn't it be nice to see Solana do something like that, like have a shift out of structure? Then it's like, okay, maybe we have some signs there that price is shifting. Like, if you want, like, that's what you would want to see on the charts for signs. Like, not every crypto is at that point where they're shifting out or making structure, but like, it would be nice to see that on coins. Like, Ethereum's just chilling. Yeah, it looks like not anything. Like, it'd be nice to see like look at this coin, Dash, and these coins moved a lot coming into like November, even after like these two coins moved a lot. This dumped a lot, but down here it's making like like a little bit. If this were to stick, it would be like it could go up, right? Like how it's shifting out. Not every coin's really like that. Like, I would love to see Solana do something like that, like have a shift out so it shows like a structure shift, right? Like, look at the way the market is right now. It would really need like a strong move up, a structure shift up, like take these highs out. Low, structure shift up. The market's really sideways right now. Look at Bitcoin. It's pretty flat. Looks pretty sideways. BTC. Fear is really driving the market right now. Almost at 84. Yo, the crazy. The metals are the trade all along. And I mean, I have gold. I have physical gold, physical silver. I hold on to that stuff. It's always something I believed in it because I like it. I like gold. Gold's nice. It's physical too. So yeah, like silver's been like crazy trade ever since COVID. Like, this all started since COVID. Like, realistically, silver, like, there's only been like this, and now what we're seeing, what we're witnessing. Maybe in like 2020, like you could see in 2020 there was actually, if you look at that, it's like, okay, it went from $12, like $11 to almost $30. So that's pretty crazy if you think about that. So I mean, like, there's another time that was in 2020, COVID. And then it dropped, like, how much did it drop? It dropped down 40%. Here it ended up dropping down 40, then 70%. And then, so at some point there'll be like, I don't think it's that soon, but it would probably start. Look at these. Anytime it's like historically, like, we've only had like a few of these. Silver's only moved like this a handful of times. So like, was in 79 going into the 80s, like 1980 here, it made its top and it dropped down more than 70%. It came down 77% there, and even then Like, maybe there's like these smaller pumps at different prices that move a lot, but like realistically, when you zoom out, like it's like, yo, it's only moved like this 3 times in history. You could kind of look at the COVID one and be like, okay, there it pumped and it dropped 40%. Here it after like 2008, like going into the 2008, 2009, like that lasted all the way up until 2011 though. Like silver's last run ran for years. This thing's kind of getting out the gate, right? Like these last months, like literally like end of the summer. Cause look, like it was pretty. When you realistically look at it, it was pretty much like sideways here. The last run lasted years, actually. Like silver's last run lasted years, which was the 2008 financial subprime mortgage crisis in the U.S. economic collapse. You can watch a good movie on it, The Big Short. It looks like we're going into like the Big Short times right now, pretty much. Like, if you ever seen that movie or know what that's about, back from that happened 2008, but that didn't even like begin. That's when the crisis like really started hitting. Like, build up. This is like build up. This could be years of build up. But yeah, this is crazy. We're witnessing something. Wonder how the next few years are gonna play out. To be honest, these prices are definitely maybe signaling something because this has only happened a few times in history. So you go back, I wasn't alive, but that would have been like 79, 80, maybe around the Nixon era, if I'm not mistaken. Some of you guys are probably older than me and know your history a bit better than I do around those times. But the only time it's moved like this, or the only time, the times that price has gone high up like this, high prices, it signaled something, as in like an economic collapse. Let's see. So silver has pretty much climbed the ranks. Silver has completely surpassed in market cap pretty much everything now, like except for Nvidia. Silver took out Bitcoin. Bitcoin 87,000. Well, right now, what are we at? We just looked at it not long ago. Just under 88. The night after Christmas, the $17 billion. So what was it? 17 billion. I don't know if you guys saw while we were all, Christmas. Fed. So while we were all doing Christmas, the Fed, what is it? Banks tap Fed for 17 billion. What it like? I gotta find the actual post. While we were all doing some Christmas and stuff. They got December 26th. I think it was 17 billion. 17 billion overnight. So 17 billion overnight. So they're trapped. Yeah, so the banks rushed to the Federal Reserve for overnight bank funding rate. 17 billion confirmed. No indication that it was for a silver short squeeze. So it's gonna be because of silver. Maybe because like if silver's pumping on paper too. You gotta remember this too. Like there's silver mining. Silver gets mined. It's pumping on paper too. So when people go to sell that stuff too, like there's an imbalance there if supply is not there. But yeah, something I don't know. I've seen people talk about this, but a $17 billion like borrowing overnight. Gold, is there a trade on gold right now? Probably not. Probably not. Tone the week out. I didn't look at the charts much last week. I was just literally like, last week was one of the easiest weeks. I just kind of clicked buy and held. I didn't look at the chart so much. Didn't send any signals, didn't stream. It was a busy week last week. Ate probably like 5,000 calories. 'Cause I don't know. We're above 52.25, 55.25. You could play the quarters. Like in this instance, it's like I like to play the quarters, pullbacks. So 55.25. 55.25 is kind of holding. We're above 45.25. We're above 4,500. So potentially maintain that. Oh, crypto's low. Metals are exploding. Stocks are. So you got gold going up, silver going up, stocks are going up. Crypto. You can see Bitcoin's price since November 21st. On November 21st, we were just around $80,000. And yeah, we've been pretty sideways now. Kind of some boring price action. Not the clearest price action here. Obviously, we just had some. This is holiday week, so we can see there wasn't a lot of volume here. There was some dumps and pumps. 10 a.m. has been a pretty interesting time. If you look at 10 a.m., it tends to dump a lot of times in the morning. There's been a lot of dumps around 10 a.m. I know we talked about that last week. But yeah, Bitcoin has been pretty sideways here since November 21st. So over a month now, we've been creating this sideways range now where we've gone up and down in price. We came up here. And yeah, now we've been pretty much just like in this rectangular formation. We haven't really been going down. We've been kind of dragging down, but we've had some pumps up, attempts to go up, but we've come back down to the bottom. So you can see we came back down to like here, the low. So we're pretty much like in this rectangular formation. So if we're looking at this, it looks like it's accumulating like sideways. It's a consolidation. Is it a consolidation to pump up? I think that's what we all want. That would be the best case if we could actually take out those highs, if there's volume that comes in. There hasn't been much volume here. Like, look at the 4 hour. It's been kind of sideways. Maybe going into the next couple of weeks, more volume will come into the market. But this has been pretty much in a rectangular pattern. Not going up, not going down, just really sideways. Let's hit the same price here at the bottom. We have a huge red zone down here, which is like the previous highs here, previous all-time highs, way back at the left, like this structure here. It's like a red zone that's way down there. So we're consolidating above the major red zone, which is like the last major support, I would say, in resistance area below us. We're consolidating above that. It's not the easiest price action to read right now, to be honest. Like, good stage to accumulate. I'm trying to flip my account. I flipped an account this month. Flipped one account this month. Did a good flip. Trying to flip it even more now. I'm up 22,000 on one account this month. 9,000. Made 22,000. Withdrew some cash. So yeah, I'm trying to flip an account, but waiting for a trade. Not on Bitcoin, but it's a good time if you can flip. If I can flip this account, one more flip, then I'm gonna withdraw that to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's 87K right now, so if I can withdraw 30, 40K, I'll, not half a Bitcoin, but if I can get like a 30 to 40K withdraw. Oh yeah, what's 87? 87. So like, yeah, like 43. I would need like a 40. Yeah. I'm thinking like half a Bitcoin right now. If I get a 30, 40K withdraw, it's not half a Bitcoin, but it's almost on the way there. With these prices. So there's been some good time to try to accumulate. If you got, like, that's what I try to do with gold and trading. Try to accumulate more Bitcoin. So I'm still holding all my cryptos. A lot of them are down. Like, I have coins that are just in the shitter right now. Complete shit. Like, coins like Polkadot that are just super low. Like Polkadot, for example, this is a coin I hold. Like, look at this. This is at $1.82. Mind you, not that long ago, it was at like $10 up here, and we were just at $5. So I've watched like 6 figures on this coin just diminish. Because I have a lot of Polkadot, actually. Because I was staking a lot of it. So, like, I don't know. I'm looking at this, like, yo, the market for some of these coins are super, super low. Like, Polkadot hit $1.40, I think, or $1.60. And it's like this. Like, there's a lot of coins that are like this, that are like, are they dying out? Or are we just going in a super long phase where the cheapest prices are getting bought up by a few smart people? Because most people are down in crypto. So it could be just like whole manipulation that this is the stage that burns people out, is when coins are just down like this. Like, you could find a lot of coins that are just down bad, right? And this is the stage that burns people out, that usually lasts longer. And the prices could go drag more. They could drag more. They could drag more down longer. But then when they pump, they do something like this, which only happens ever so often. That doesn't happen as much as like price spends going down. When they pump, they go up in months, weeks. Like, it takes a couple months to just pump like crazy. But when these cryptos actually stay down, it bleeds out. It drags longer. So there's coins, like, it depends on your perspective, how you're looking at it. Like, I think there's a lot of manipulation going on where a few smart people are going to get the best, cheapest prices. They've already made money. And now the coins are just dragging out to find like the lowest prices, and then probably pump towards the end of the year. The burnout phase. Alright. So it's like these types of prices, like Polkadot, for instance, is what gets people selling out. Like, people just can't take it anymore. And you never know. Like, the only time, like, if you look at this coin, last time it pumped in weeks. Couple weeks. Like, I'm using this coin as an example for the many coins that are in a situation like this. So I'm not just saying Polkadot specifically, but I'm using this coin as like an example for like the many coins that are in like a situation like this, where when they bleed out way longer than how they pump. For example, like, if you look at how long this went down for here, like, this went down for a very long time, 231 days. And then it did a pump up in 28 days. So It went down for 231 days, and then its pump up was 28 days. Like same thing here. Like you have like this pumped up here, but it took all this down after. Like it went down, it bled out. Like it literally came all the way down here. Like even just this alone is 518 days before it ran up after 154 days. Or here you have like 77 days, and then it went again. It's like the market, like this is like the hard part in crypto. I'm using this coin as an example because like a lot, like you could take a lot of cryptos, probably similar analysis, right, wherever they are. Like even this is Avalanche, for example. Yeah, there's great tech, there's good projects, but a lot of them are down, right, for 2 years, 3 years, or some of them more or less, right? I think it's liquidity. One thing, like liquidity isn't so much there. Interest rates were high, so you gotta remember interest rates just started getting lowered. So it's like we just got the interest rates lower. Meanwhile, they were high for the last while. So it's not like interest rates get lowered. Oh, people just start saving money right away, injecting liquidity into the market. No, it's like it's still a process if you think about it. Like rates went lower. So there's some incentive still like missing there with liquidity. But even if like you look at a coin like even this chart here, for example, like here you can see how it pumped up for 70 days. Here this thing pumped up 35 days, or maybe even like you could say 100 days there, more or less. You can see the pumps on these, right? But like they spend a lot of time down before those types of pumps. Way usually before something pumps, you're gonna see like a longer bear market before that, or a longer burnout phase. Like if you were, let's say if you were an investor in this project, like over here, anywhere over here, right, like wherever it was, like, so if we go from here to here, that's 525 days. So somewhere inside of there, maybe you bought here, right? Maybe you bought here, maybe you bought here, maybe you bought here, maybe you bought here, maybe you bought somewhere, right? But there's 525 days from here to here, so maybe you bought like 455 days, or 400 days, or 300 days, or 250 days, or maybe you bought 77 days into the pump and you weren't so lot, like so like before these pumps come, there's gonna be a long burnout. That's how it's usually been with crypto. We've been going through that. We're going through that now, like with pretty much every project, I would say, like most of them. What's gold at? I want to keep an eye on that price. 29. Did we just hit 25? It's come back to 25. Yeah, like it's holiday week. I didn't want to be aggressive last week. I didn't know how the market was even going to move last week, but yeah, like markets, like gold moved. Pretty much looks like it's coming back to that resistance around 55.25. We might hold that level. If we don't hold that level, then if we don't hold that level, then maybe we go back to retest 50 or 4,500. So pretty much like two levels I'm watching going into this week. 55.25 area. If 55.25 doesn't hold, then I want to see or 45.20. I keep saying 55. 45.25. So 45.25 and 4,500. I mean, this is a stage where it's like your doubts kind of come into play, where it's like, oh, should I still hold the coin? Should I buy more? I mean, there's coins that if they, like, you got to look at where everything is, and if they do recover, there could be opportunity there. So it's like risk, reward. What's the risk? What's the reward? Don't go all in on everything. Look at the coins you believe in, the coins you like the most, where they're at. If they recover, like, you don't gotta chase all-time highs for everything. A lot of things still haven't been to those all-time highs. It's like, okay, look at where things were in the last year and see what's like, okay, if it recovers there, is there an opportunity there? If I risk $100, if I risk $50, if I risk $1,000, depending on your, risk tolerance or the amount you can afford to like risk, right? You don't just gotta go all in on everything, because right now it's like everything's at low prices. So if the market does recover, you're gonna get something, right? If the market recovers, you're gonna get something. It's not like you're chasing all-time highs or you're chasing greed right now. The market is all pretty much at low prices, so it's like if you do get that recovery, this is where that multiply would come in longer term, because we're pretty much, I think, like when you look at crypto, the market's really driven by fear right now. Gold, the metals have been going up pretty well. Stocks, we were in fear. This is usually the best time to buy, and we've been sitting in here. We reached extreme fear. This is usually the best time to buy with anything, stocks, crypto, whatever it is, when the market reaches extreme fear sentiment. So we've been in fear. Like, who knows what the market looks like when it goes back to greedy, and how long that takes too. Like, I don't know how long that's gonna take, whether that's 6 months or 6 to 12 months, end of the year. That's why I'm blessed that I got gold. Like, gold, that's why I'm blessed I can trade gold. I'm happy I'm not a crypto trader. I'm happy about that. Yeah, so going into this week, it's like, do we hold 45.25 or 4,500? Maybe looking at those levels to see if they hold kind of going into this week. We're going to test 45.25 from the looks of it. It already did. It bounced off of it really quickly there and then went up. Came right back. Maybe it holds that. If it doesn't, market could maybe try to reclaim 4,500 and retest that. I mean, I'm holding a lot of altcoins that are kind of doing really shitty right now. Like, if you look at, like, my Bitcoin is worth the most in terms of value, in terms of money. Like, but I have some altcoins that if they 10x from, or if they go back to where they were, they might be close to the value that my Bitcoin is now. It's like, my Bitcoin is worth the most in my portfolio, right? My Bitcoin's worth the most because it holds the most value. I have a lot of altcoins that are just down bad. Like, some are down 40%, 60%, 80%, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever, you name it. Some are down literally 80% of value. So it's like, Bitcoin's always going to be the one, no matter where the market is on your portfolio, that's just going to hold value. You're going to have other coins that are down 40%, 60%, some 80%, some even probably worse, gone to the shitter. Bitcoin, however you look at it, like in terms of store value, money, like how much money just stays there, your money staying there, you're gonna keep more with the Bitcoin vehicle. Then second to that, I think like ETH, maybe XRP, Solana. Like, I mean, I have some altcoins that if they recover and go back to where things were, go back to like semi all-time highs, then it's like they could be crazy values if the market performs how it has in the past. But most of them are at pretty much like low prices where it's like, okay, from here, it's not, from where the market is, it's not like, yo, okay, can we go lower? Yeah, we can go lower, but it's like, yo, like, from these prices, if the market does a full-on recovery, it's at really good levels. Like, from these prices, even if it goes even lower. This almost hit $1. Like, most things, like, yeah, like, things could swoop lower, maybe hit some lower prices a bit. But where we stand right now, if we go back months from now or even in this year to where we were earlier this year, in the summertime, like summer we were up. July and August, oh man, should have took more. I should have took. I was up like $4 million in July. I was up like $4 million. Now I'm down like 2.5, 2.8. Probably 3. Probably down like 3 mil. I'm fucking broke. I'll tell you. I'm fucking broke. In July, I was up. I was at like 6, 7. Yeah, 6. Oh, fuck, I said it. Why'd I say that? I think I was at like 6.9. Yeah, I definitely lost. I definitely lost like $3 million on my portfolio. From like here, I remember like July, August. It was a good season. Then whatever happened, like October, the whole shit that happened October. Yikes! Ever since October, but I mean that's like October 11th. If you guys remember what happened, like we've been going down since then. It's those types of events that bring us to these levels too. So like, yeah, I think just like in the summertime, $3 million ago, more. We were there. And then in May, like a lot of coins were up. Like this was Sui. I'm using Sui as an example, but Ethereum here. A lot of things, if they recover back to where they were last summer or this summer, where you're at right now is some pretty strong prices still for pretty much everything. So I like, yeah, can things go down lower? Can coins trade lower? Yeah. But even getting like from here to here is a good move. Even if it goes down more, it's like you're still getting a good move. I mean, if anything, these are the prices you want to buy at, not like when things are pumping like this or when things are pumping like this. If anything, like that's the way to play the game, is like it takes conviction. It might not always feel like you're doing the right thing. Like you might be doubtful and fearful of it at times, but it's like if it's the way the game's supposed to be played, it's like we don't want to be buying when things are pumping, right? It's like this is the position we want to try to be in. So that's why it's not always good to chase the market. I've had years of trading experience, investing experience, where I invest at the wrong times, the market will always give you time to invest in something, right? You'll miss out on things, but it's worse when you're over chasing things and you miss out on the opportunity to buy something because you're all in the market or like that. If you're all in the market, you're all in. You can miss some critical buying points, right? If you're always all in. I think the only good thing to be all in on would be like Bitcoin or ETH more, like, because like if you have X amount of Bitcoin, you can always convert it to XYZ coin. Like a lot of these other coins are way cheaper in compared to Bitcoin. So it's like if you have a coin that's 11 cents and you have X amount of Bitcoin, you have 1 Bitcoin, you have half a Bitcoin, you know, picking up a coin that's 11 cents, the conversion is just really, really low there. It's like, okay, I'll get thousands of these coins for, you know, a small conversion of my Bitcoin. Where's gold at? Like I said, if we don't, yeah, we're breaking down. I'm not in any trades. I don't have any trades active, nothing right now. Like, just for the week, it's, again, like I said, if 45.25 doesn't hold, maybe we go back to retest 4,500. And I'm not going to be calling like a trade here today. But looking like we're probably going to go back to 4,500. Maybe we get a reaction from there. Doesn't have to be like a big swing. You don't have to shoot for the moon on every trade. It could just be like, okay, we could maybe get a reaction there. Market could always try to reclaim 45.25, but the candle right now, like the 30 minute would have to go up realistically. Like, look what it did over here. It broke below and came to the moving average, and then it came up. Like, it could always try to reclaim 45.25. Look what it did over here. It wicked below it once, twice. There's resistance there. Could, depending on how like the 30-minute trades here, like this candle and the next few, it could try to reclaim that 45.25 level. I just noticed it. Look over here. Like, see what it did right here? Might do something like that. If not, maybe we go back to the 4,500 for a retest. We're getting the flow, yo. We're getting the flow. We're getting the flow. We're warming up for, well, we warmed up. I've been warming up the last few months. Like, I've been on the charts November. I was on the charts all November, all last week's. It's just like warm up. We're warming up for 2026. I mean, yeah, most people don't like to trade this week, or some people say I'm not going to look at the market till the holidays, but I think with these metals, man, they show us sometimes it's different. Like, I like to keep an eye on things just in case the market, like, moves. Gold's really clear for me, so it doesn't always take a long time for me to look at it and maybe find a setup. And I feel like if there's an opportunity on gold, it's in that beginning half of the year. So it's like I'm putting my energy now into the market so I can just be on top of things before the next couple weeks. Because most traders might start trading like January 15th, maybe January 10th, maybe January. It's not that I'm trading. Like, I'm not full on trading, but I'm on the charts. I'm watching. I'm aware, keeping up with things, so that I can maybe make the most of the beginning of the year. Because I feel like gold's going to have some really interesting movements between January, February, all the way up until March and April. Like, from the first quarter of the year. I feel like these first few months, January, February, March, April, are going to have some interesting moves. Or at least, like, it feels like we got to keep an eye on it, though, these few months, to me. Because if something's there, if what I feel is there, maybe what's coming is there, then I can capitalize on it to the fullest, and I don't have to put as much energy into the markets. Maybe in here, I can be a little bit more laid back. Maybe it reclaims. Like I said, it could potentially try to reclaim 45.25. Maybe it depends on this 30-minute candle, the next few, if it's gonna like reject back upwards. Otherwise, like I said, we're probably going down to like 4,500. I'm still holding all my cryptos. Like, the only Ethereum. So Ethereum, adding to ETH. Like, I've just been trying to stack Ethereum the most. So that's like number one that I'm stacking the most right now. I added a little bit of H-bar. So H-bar is a coin. I added a little bit, like literally a little bit, couple $1,000s. I put a little bit into Aster because it's super low, so I was like, might as well. I converted a little bit. So yeah, like, I haven't added to too many coins. Like, it's just been Ethereum. Ethereum's been the one I've been adding to the most, like when I can. But H-bar, that's one coin I added a little bit to, and Aster. I think Aster is like super low, so I added to this. Now, I'm not really adding to altcoins because I have like enough coins, like quantity-wise. Like, I have enough that if they go back to prices like maybe Sui, but like I have enough already for altcoins. Like, I'd rather stack Ethereum at these lower prices. Yeah, gold. Let's go back to it real quick. What's it at? 30-minute. I mean, there's 20 minutes left on this candle, so it kind of depends on how this candle closes if it's going to go back up. But like I said, potentially 4,500. That's a good level to maybe keep an eye on for this week. Now, you don't have to trade price when it's when it's always at the prices. You can take into consideration what time it's hitting the price level. If you're looking at like the quarter levels, it's like, okay, is it New York session? You could always try to see if the market's at say 4,500 for example, during New York session or London session. Right now it's Tokyo session. Well, like it's about to be like Tokyo session. It's Sydney. It's about to be Tokyo session. I mean, I was just looking left. It might. I'm not trying to be. I usually predict. Like I'm gonna tell you because I usually do predict a lot of things like on these sessions. I could be wrong, but like if you look to the left here, wick down, just did the same thing. So if this candle closes like green, that could be interesting in 18 minutes. Like if this closes green or the next one, if it's a bullish candlestick, that could be interesting. It might then try to actually go up a bit if it does, if it closes bullish in this area. Because it's making this pretty long wick at the moment, but this candle still has a lot of time. I mean, if it closes green, like see the body's small right now, but it still has 18 minutes. Like it's a small body, long wick. Small, like right now it looks like a hammer, pin bar. Really small body, long wick. So the long wick showing rejection. Sign of rejection there. Yeah, like I might try to flip that 45.25. Like if this candle closes like this still has 17 minutes left on it, which is a good amount of time. But if it were to close like that, could be significant. Like that's like a bullish candle, like flipping right now. It looks like a hammer candlestick. Might try to. Might be trying to. If it were to close like this, like if it were to close like relatively how the candle's down, there's still 17 minutes, so it's hard to say how it's going to look in 17 minutes. But right now you have that small. I like to see this for rejection. If it closes like this, I think next candle then will go up. It hit that moving average right there. 17 minutes, 16 minutes is a lot of time. Like the candlestick, you don't want to assume it's always going to close a certain way until it's like closer to the finish. But that's all I really see for gold tonight is these two areas to keep an eye on. 4,500 or 45.25. See, it's still kind of a small body. It was really small there, but it's still like this is a good sign to see for like getting a sign of rejection in the market. These types of wicks, small bodies on them. I mean, there's not a lot on this chart, but like here, it's not like a whole lot on this chart. Like this example that I'm trying to show. See, like this wick, good. See how it's a really big body though. Long wick. This could be starting one. There's kind of one here. See, smaller body. See that smaller body there. This right here. So keep an eye on this candle. It could try to reject bullish. If the body finishes small, like ideally small, is something I like to see for like a sign of rejection. It's usually the way I like to go. Because it could close down. If it comes down, then it's not as attractive. And it's just like, just let it be until it shows like what it was showing there a couple minutes ago is like a sign of, oh, maybe it's rejecting, but there's still a lot of time left. So if it doesn't like close bullish, then just let it be until it shows that sign again, like maybe a similar sign No rush. No rush. No rush. Or just wait for 4,500. See if 4,500 does something similar to like what we're seeing now, or what we were just seeing moments ago. I think for the night though, we're gonna wrap it up. Maybe I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Probably not gonna send a signal out on this. It's a little high up. Like I might just wait for 4,500 and see if it comes there. Just gonna chill and see how the candle closes. It was looking good there 2 minutes ago, but there's still 13 minutes, well, 14 minutes left, so there's still a lot of time. It could, in the last minute, 2 minutes, close significantly like the way we want it to, or maybe just not. If it doesn't close, if it doesn't look bullish, then just leave it alone, leave it be, and wait. I'm gonna be streaming a bit this week. Check out the new video I posted earlier today. Post a video, guys. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you guys check it out. It's a good video. Make sure you guys watch it. It talks about seasonality. So there's a pattern I go over. You're going to want to see it. It's in this part at the end. So the seasonality part here, where we go over this. So yeah, you're going to want to see this part, because I go over this on the chart. Maybe we get this year. Maybe it's starting. That's why the metals are going up. But I go over the pattern. It's happened a lot. It's happened 2 years in a row. So maybe it happens this year. I mean, gold's already pushing up before January. Last January, gold went up a lot. Now, it doesn't look like it's holding right now. There's still 12 minutes left on the candle, right? It does look extremely bearish now. That's why it's like you got to wait for the candle to close. 54. I keep saying 54. 4,500. If anything, wait for that. And keep an eye on that. But I'll be streaming a couple times this week, throughout the week, waiting to get into that January flow. Looks like, yeah, it looks like we're not going to hold there. Unless in the last 11 minutes, this thing flips back up. I've seen it many times. It can happen, but I am a little doubtful of that. I don't think that's going to happen. Unless in the last 11 minutes, it just flips all the way back up like how we saw it a few minutes ago. And it looks like it's going to try to come back to 4,500. I mean, dude, I keep saying 54. But yo, yeah, that's gonna be it for the night. Like, we're not catching a trade live tonight. No entry there, no signal. There's no rejection. I'll enter at price, but not always blindly. I wait for rejection. Like, there's no rejection on the 15-minute. There's no rejection on the 30-minute. Obviously, then the 1 hour doesn't have rejection. Maybe the 5-minute does, but like. No rejection, no entry. So I always talk about that. I always talk about rejection candlesticks. I mean, when there's a possibility of an entry, it's not like you have to force yourself into it and rush into it. It's to watch the candle. Maybe it rejects. If it doesn't, then it's kind of leave it alone until you see the next valid setup potentially. Like, I don't always just take trades at the price. Like, you'll see a lot of times like it works, but if I just bought at 45.25, it wouldn't have been a good trade. There's no rejection there, so maybe that's why too. Like, I don't know, maybe 4,500. I didn't send any signals last week because it was holiday week. I told myself I wasn't going to send any signals during the holiday week, but I still traded. I still traded last week, but I told myself I wasn't going to send signals last week, so I stuck to my rules. Yeah, maybe there's a bounce. Like, you don't have to look for a crazy, like, to the moon trade. Maybe just a bounce. Remember, we are near the end of the month, so the market has moved majority of the month. We're trying to also position ourselves maybe for January, going into February for gold as well. Maybe it bounces off of 45, but you don't have to look for like a crazy trade. This is having a huge pullback right now. If there's no rejection, like, see how I avoided an entry there? Like, if there's no rejection, then there doesn't have to be, like, forcing a trade. Silver probably just crashed then. All-time highs. It's the end of the month, too, so one thing we got to take into consideration is the market is going to find its high of the month. Maybe crypto can start exploding now. Silver just dumped. So I said you don't chase those candles. Where's the last high on silver? It's way down here. It's pretty far. The last high on silver is like way down here. It's pretty far. Looks like gold's coming to 4,500. I'll keep an eye on it. It is a bit risky, the kind of aggressive price action right now. So we're just opening up. Like, just want to come on stream update. Let everyone know we're gonna be streaming this week. Doesn't have to be a time of a trade. Like right now, it doesn't have to be a trade. You know, we didn't take one there, so thankfully. Gold just dropped like $20. It looks like it's gonna hit 4,500, maybe even like down in here, 44.95. It looks like we're about to hit 4,500. I think maybe there could be a bounce. Like, I'm not gonna say like look for to the moon, just like a bounce around there potentially for scalping. I'm gonna wrap it up though for the night. Gold is moving a lot right now, but we still have, you know, new month coming. Looks like we're gonna come down to 4,500. Yeah, we just tapped it. Probably gonna bounce off this level. Like, usually when it hits a price like this, it has some bounces, some fluctuations. But like, you can still watch and wait for rejection. Like, you could see this thing hit 45.25. It bounced immediately, but then it went down. So it'll probably have a bounce around this level. That doesn't mean it's gonna go all the way up. Like, if it rejects here, it's more likely to go up. If I trade, I'll take like a small position though. Like, I don't want to overtrade this week or overtrade the market like right now at 7:30 on a Sunday. Market's just opening up. Wanted to hop on. I usually don't like trade this time, but if I see like good rejection here, maybe I'll take a small trade, but I'm gonna wait. There's no need to rush the market on a Sunday night. Like, if we were looking at this like, damn, this shit looks sexy as fuck, then it'd be different. But we're looking at the market. We're getting a feel for things. We're watching the market, jumping into the week. We're not trying to look for active signals. If I send a signal, it'll be in the Discord. Usually not on stream. If I send a signal, I'll send it in Discord. But we'll see. We'll see. This is why you don't rush trades, though. This is why you don't rush trades. Rejection, key. We might not even get rejection here. It might just bounce a couple times. Market's moving fast right now. Patience. December was a good month. I told myself I wasn't going to send signals last week, and I just stuck to what I told myself before December. I told myself before December I wasn't going to send any trades last week, so I still traded. Like, guys, I'm a trader. I'll trade on my own too. Like, I still trade. Like, it's how I can make some money. Like, so if you guys see me posting trades, don't get, you know, like, we're all traders here. You guys take trades too. Like, I'm here teaching you guys too. I'm here spending hours every single week with you guys, feeding you guys analysis, mindset tips. So I sent you guys 14 trades last month. There was only 3 losses. So last week I told myself I wasn't gonna send any trades, and you know, had I sent trades last week and then I lost. Like, if I lost a trade, I would have been pissed off, breaking my rules, because I told myself I wasn't gonna send any trades last week. If I did, and then I lost a trade, I would have been pretty upset, because then I would have went against my rules. So make some rules, you follow them, right? Nah, this is pretty aggressive right now. Like, I'm not really looking for the buy the dip. It's December 28th. Maybe we'll be more aggressive in March. We're chilling. No rejection, no entry. It's simple as that. No rejection, no entry. Rejection, we didn't get any there. Doesn't mean we can't keep an eye on things and see, okay, what does the market do? Does it, like, if you're in a situation where the market, you're waiting for a rejection candle and it doesn't reject, that's okay. As long as you didn't enter. But if it's worse if you enter a trade and it's like there was no rejection candle and you look after and be like, why did I enter? There was no rejection candle. So no 30-minute rejection, no 15-minute rejection, no anything rejection there. Still chilling. I don't know when the first signal I send will be. Maybe it's tonight, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's next week. We'll see. Just depends on the market and the setup that is presented. So remember, guys, it's not about how many trades you take. I could send 50 trades. If you guys want me to send you 50 signals, I can. But then just get ready to take more losses, right? It's not about how many trades you take, too. It's about the quality of the trade, what you see, what you're sending. Like, if you go review the trades that I send you guys, they're good trades. I want you to go look at every single trade I send you guys. They're good trades. I could send you 50 mediocre trades and 50 trades that might hit a TP1 and then go back to break even. And like, if you guys want, I could send you a lot more trades, but there won't be as much efficiency there. Like, if you go look at every single trade I've sent since, and you go tally it up and you go look at the moves that we're in, if you go look at the moves that we're catching, they're good moves. They're good trades. They're not entering and we only go up 20, 30 pips and then it comes back to entry, or we go up 50 pips and then most of them are hitting full take profits, right? And not just a $5, $10, like $25, $30 moves, like good moves, solid moves. So more trades isn't going to make you always more money. Like, it's just like, it's about leveling up also your trading, like, perspective, like understanding sometimes it's going to even take more risk to make more money. Like, if you're always trading with a scarcity mindset of my $500 account needs 50 trades a month, that's what you're going to forever trade like then. And you're just going to be stuck inside this loop. Because if you're sitting looking at like the trader you are now and the trader you're trying to become, like, are you going to always be trading on a $500 account trying to make six figures or $10,000 a month or $5,000 a month? Depends on what your goals are too, right? But if you're looking at trading like, because I have a $500 account, I need more trades, it's not always the answer. It's about just being efficient on the trades you take, right? And taking good trades, right? You could take 10 good trades or 30 all right trades. I mean, for me, it's about the quality of the trades. I'd rather take 14 trades and lose 3 of them than take 50 trades and lose 15 or 20 of them. It's about how many times you're performing the risk too. Like, you got to think about risk too. Like, how many times are you risking money on something too, and how likely are you to lose? Because if I take 50 trades, I'm probably going to take on average 20 losses. So it's like there's like the more I'm trying to make this number smaller in terms of how many losses I actually take in a month. So it's like if I lose 5 trades in a month, that's a bad month. But I've only lost 5 times, not 20. So it's like I don't like to lose as often. Like, I'm not trying to take 5 losses in a week. Maybe I could take 5 losses in a month. That's what I'm trying to spread out my losses. Some of you guys take 5 losses in a day, right? Some of you guys take 3, 4, 5 losses in a day, maybe over trading the markets, right? So there's perspective there with that all being said too, right? Some of you guys might take 5 losses in a day and then wonder like why you're so emotional and you can't focus on that winning trade. Some of you guys take 3, 4, 5. Some of you guys are making too many decisions for your risk. Like, how many times are you making that decision? Because, like, that's energy you're putting into the market. Every time you make a decision, you're putting energy into the market, right? So it's like some of you guys are taking 3 losses in a day. You're getting emotional and you're wondering, like, why you're so clouded and you can't find a winning trade. It's because you're just over trading, maybe. Lose a trade, wait for the next, like, opportunity. Like, I took 3 losses in December and people are like, where are the trades? Where are the trades? And I'm like, guys, we only lost 3 trades in December. We won the month. Let's cheers to that. Like, go enjoy your month. Go, you know, like, go make some, like, you made. That's how I look at my month. It's like, I'm not looking for more trades at a certain point. If I made $47,000 in a month, I'm chilling. Like, I'm chilling in my apartment in my boxers, scratching my balls at night, right? Like, chilling. Like I'm not sitting here like, I need another trade, guys. No, like, my job's done. Like, like, that's where you guys over trade. Like, I took 3 losses this month, so, like, like, some of you guys are over trading. I literally lost 3 times this month. Some of you guys are losing 3 times a day. You heard? I'm chilling. Like, on one account, 22,000 on the month. On another account, 18,000. So it's like, not everyone's trade. You gotta remember, like, not everyone's trades are equal. Like, some of you guys need 50 trades, but you gotta remember, like, the same trades I'm taking with you guys are some of the trades, like, I'm making way more money on. So it's like, I'm chilling. Like, I've exercised that. I've practiced this over time, though, right? Like, I'm not trying to ruin and give back. Oh, maybe what are we getting here? What are we getting here? Stay alert, soldiers. Buy the dip. Stop losses definitely just got taken out. You gotta remember, like, the same trade you're taking, that you're making 5, 10, 20, 50, whatever amount of money, someone's making $10,000 on, someone's making $5,000 on. The same exact trade you're losing, you're taking, there's someone making 6 figures. Like, you gotta remember this, like, the same $50 profit trade you're taking, whatever setup it is, someone's making $5,000 on that trade, right? Like, it takes the same effort to make 10,000 as it does to make 100. It just takes a different account size. It takes a different emotional intelligence, different risk. You have to find your balance in everything. You gotta find your balance in everything. If you're trading with only $500, you can make money on $500, but you can't expect to take yourself to 6 figures. Like, it's not gonna always happen like that. Flips will come. Like, I've had students who have flipped $600 to 21K, but because there was the right market environment, because like, it was on gold this year. I had students who have flipped, right, and because they were on it, they were on top of things. They weren't just taking one trade here or there. They were on it and they were doing these flips. So I've had multiple students who have flipped $600 to over $20,000. It's because the right market environment was there, the right market criteria. Sometimes that right market environment's not always going to be there, and that's why you actually have to be on top of trading, because once in a while, the right trend will come around, and if you have the right amount of money in, you have the right risk, you have the right lot sizes, you're on it, you can make money, you can flip, right? Here we're coming back to 45 now. See, this might be it. This might be it. This might be the buy. Might be the buy. But if you're on top of things, like, every so often, the market will give you, like, a great phase or a great pattern or a great trend or a great setup or a great structure that you can recognize, that you can get on top of. But that's where, like, the best flips come. you can make money with $500, but the goal is to just try to take $500 to like 1,000, right? You could do that in a week. Like, the goal shouldn't be like, if you're trading with $500, the goal shouldn't be to try to always go 500 to 10,000. It should just be doing this, like getting this done, or 500 to 750, and then done for the week. Like, because you got to think of percentage there. Like 500 to 1,000, if you can do that in a week, that's obviously $500 profit, 100%. But that range of like, most people are trying to go to 500 to 10,000 or 500 to 5,000, which is possible. It's very possible with gold trading. You have the right risk, you have the right week. It's very, very possible. Trust me. I've seen it too many times this year now that you can't convince me it's not now, because I do it. And I've seen hundreds of people do it now with the right knowledge. So yeah, it's very possible. I think it's easier to do this, like stick within this type of range of trading, than try to go 500 to 5,000, 500 to 2,000, 500 to 3,000. Because here you could do this with a couple trades and you're done. Whereas now you keep going forward, and maybe the risk, the greed. It's probably easier to do like this with $500. Go from 500 to 750. Boom, call it a week. That's like a partial time income in a way, like depending on your age. Like if you could take 500 to 1,000 every week, you have $2,000 extra dollars monthly. You just made like someone's like pretty much like almost yearly salary doing that. If you could take $500 to 1,000 every week, you're averaging like $2,000 extra a month, right? Which at the end of the day is going to be like what some people don't even make in a year, or some people do, like depending on where you live. Location matters. Location matters with that, definitely. But that's the skill set. Like, it's not always about like you could try to go for 6 figures in trading, $10,000 in trading, like 500 to 1,000. You know, to make money, you have to have risk, and you obviously have to have money. Like, you have to be able to afford to lose some money, so you can just even start over. Like, a lot of traders you see out there that are making money online, that are on social media, Instagram, big on YouTube, they have money. Like, they've had businesses, they've been trading, they've been doing their thing, they have money from courses. I've been doing this for 11 years. I have money saved. I have money in assets. I have enough money in watches that I could, you know, I'm good. Like, okay, so it's like what, like this $500, like, go for me. I could take $500 to 1,000 every week. That's easy. So it's like, for me, I do 5,000. So for me, I do bigger numbers, right? I do 5,000. I do 10,000. I do 9,000. I do bigger numbers like this. So I could take 9,000 to 20,000 in a week or something like that, right? More or less. Last week I took $4,400 to $14,300 on one account. So last week. I think this with the skill set is easier to do than trying to scale. It's like, let me try to take 500 to 750. Boom, call it a week. Try to do the same thing the next week. 4,500. It's patience, guys. It's just patience here. No, rush. Calm down. Just wait for me. You see the 30 minutes? So there's 20 minutes left on it. Just so it's like back in this. It's the same situation we were in over here. Nothing's changed. Gold buys maybe. This 40 minute. This 30 minute just went underneath all these lows. Like, we just liquidated all this. They came into this low. 1 hourly. Yeah, nice low there. We tapped the stop losses, definitely hit. There had to be stop losses hit on this. Definitely a big like liquidity grab, dip down. We're maybe gonna recover 4,500. This is why it's good to wait for rejection candles at a price, like not just buy at a price, because even so, you could maybe like squeeze yourself in, like being like, okay, like look what, like this went down a lot. See, now it's like, okay, it's a back above 4,500. This is crazy. 30-minute. We still got 19. We got 4 minutes on the 15-minute candle. That was crazy shit we just saw. That's gold for you though. Like gold, that's gold pretty much. That's gold for you. I might enter some gold buys, to be honest. This just did a big dump. And I'm like a buy the dip person. Remember in October, anybody that was following me in October, especially if you're in the inner circle, October, I was buying dips aggressively. I would get stopped out on a few, but I would still buy them. I think I'm gonna buy gold now. Maybe on 30-minute rejection. I mean, this 30-minute sell is 18 minutes, and remember the last one? 18 minutes. The 15-minute has 3 minutes left on it, so we're getting some rejection. Getting some rejection there. I might enter some small buys right now. I think I'm gonna enter some small buys. If it pulls back, I'm gonna enter more because I mean, we still haven't rejected yet. We still got 30-minute rejection. So that's why I'm gonna enter small in case the 30-minute doesn't reject. But I'm liking gold buys, folks. All right, we got fucking big liquidation there. I'm liking the buys. Okay, so small buys. Or you can wait for the 30-minute to reject. Like I said, in 17 minutes, see if the 30-minute rejects. It'll probably wick back, though. That's why I'm going to enter small buys, because I feel like it's still going to wick back, even if this rejects. What day is it? Sunday. Wait for the 30-minute. Buy the dip. I'm buying the dip. I'm going to wrap it up. Buying the dip. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I don't get cooked. You can wait for the 30-minute to reject if you're not trying to like be as aggressive as I am. Remember, I'm an aggressive person. I've been trading since 2015, folks, so I got, I lost my I've lost 6 figures in a day, so it's like I can control my emotions. It's like what can get bad for you is like whatever, like things can get worse, basically, I could say. I've had some experiences in the market. What's bad for you is a walk in the park for me, maybe in some situations. I've had some bad days, some bad weeks. This might be why you wait for the candlestick to reject. I'm in some small buys. I'm going to re-enter. And this is why you wait for the candlestick to reject. Lesson learned there. I'm in gold buys. I'm just going to hold. Like people always ask, like, Evan, where do you put your stop loss on trades? I have a risk. Like if I'm trying to flip an account with the way I trade, it's like I'm risking money. So it's like, what am I willing to risk on a trade that I see, like a position? Like I'm not just gonna be like I'm gonna buy and use a $10 stop loss. It's not always gonna work. Like I risk money on trades, so it's like until I hit like a certain amount of risk, like if I see a setup, if I'm like I want to buy something, I'm gonna have my bottom line risk of money. Like I don't always look at stop loss. Like it's like I don't sit here and go, I'm going to have a $10 stop loss or a $15 stop loss. I'm going to start building my position, right? I'm going to see, okay, how much am I down? You know, I'm down $400. Okay, can I add to the position? I'm going to understand, like, okay, where my bottom line is for me. Because, like, I'm not going to sit here and use a $10 stop loss because I'm maybe a bit of a high-risk trader. Like, I'll probably put my stop loss here if you guys are wondering where am I going to put my stop loss. And that's probably, like, too far for most people, right? In this scenario, like, this is a bit trickier of a situation because we're obviously going to buy the dip, but you could put your stop loss below this wick, which is still probably too much for most people. But me, I'll go into trades like, you know what? I'm going to slowly enter this position. I see a reason to enter, getting rejection. Maybe I'll buy the dip. I'm going to start slowly entering the position. I'm going to risk $1,000 on this trade or $2,000 on this trade for an example. I don't get quite analytical with it. Like, okay, I got to put my stop loss exactly here, risk to reward. If I see a reason to enter a trade, like, I'll just set the risk down and enter. Some valid entries there. 30-minute could reject 12 minutes. It still has 12 minutes. So here's what you could do. I'm already in gold buys. I'm holding some positions, some entries. Maybe I'll send a signal out to the Discord once this 30-minute rejects. I'm not going to send one right now. If the 30-minute rejects, it might be easier to send a signal. This 30-minute still hasn't rejected. You could wait for that to reject, like close in 12 minutes and see where it closes. It might close above 4,500 too. If that does, that's even stronger signal. If this candle can close above 4,500. I'd say, like, what invalidates this for me is if it comes down, like, closer to this low. Like, see this low over here? So you just, like, wicked into that low. So there's, like, right now it's still fresh. That's why it's not the easiest to find a stop loss, because it's still fresh. It's like if you're just eyeballing, it's like you could enter and put a stop loss at the wick and try to see where this goes. Doesn't mean, like, okay, I got a target here so I can get my risk to reward. That's why I risk money on trades. I risk money. It takes money to make money. Because I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, no, risk to reward. Nah, regardless, if this goes up, I'm going to make money. Because I'm putting risk down. So I talk about, like, I mean, like, a mindset of making money is about risking money too. So it's like, you know, you might be looking at this like, why would you take a trade then? Well, because I'm risking money. I'm putting money down. I'm not sitting here going 1-2%. Like, I'm risking money that I'll make money, even if it doesn't go up to the 2-to-1. I'm not sitting here going, okay, I'm gonna risk $1,000 in here. I find a way in, and I find a way to make money. If the market provides me an entry, I enter. Like, I'm already in profit on this trade right now. I'm already in profit. See, like, that's why I don't get too analytical about the, oh, where's your stop loss, take profit, go, because, bro, I'm going to make money. Like, I'm going to make money if I see a reason to enter. I'm already in profit right now. So it's like that's what I mean. By the time, like, you guys are asking me, like, where do you put stop loss, where do you take profit? By the time I'm done answering all that, like, realistically, I could miss out on making money. Because, like, there's a money-making opportunity here. Let me just enter it and work from there. Like, test the waters basically sounds bad, but realistically, like, let me test the waters a bit. Let me enter the trade. Let me build a position, right? Let me find a reason to enter. Let me put some risk down on the fucking trade, right? If I want to be analytical, it's like, yeah, I could go, okay. There's trades, like, most. That's why I don't always send every trade I take to, because it's like, it might not be worth taking for some people, or it could be aggressive. Because if I were to send this as a signal, I would use this as my stop loss. And then I know most people would be like, damn, that's a crazy stop loss. Because prior to the stop loss, like, damn, you'd probably want, like, a risk to reward of 1 to 2, right? Like up here. So you'd have to swing it. I'll make more money by the time, like, I'll make money if it goes here. If it goes up to here, I'll make money, right? So my goal is to make money if there's an opportunity to make money, right? I'll risk what I'm gonna risk. If the trade goes, the trade goes. But I want to position myself in places to where I think I can make some money, right? This is something where I see potential where I could make money. Like I was just up in profit, now it's pulling back. But is it the best trade? I mean, depends on how you look at it. Like it could have been better. There was entries down here. I did say I was entering, even when it pulled back. It's like if I want to go to a 5 minute and be more like, maybe like a bit more precise, I could look at a 5 minute and be like, okay, maybe next pullback I enter and I use, you know, like a stop loss here, which is still trying to maybe catch like the same move, or a 1 minute. But like all I did here, and like I'm in profit a bit, but all I did was look at the 30-minute chart and entered. If this goes up, it's like I didn't get too analytical. I'm in gold buys, like I said moments ago. Even when it was down here, when it went down to like 92, it went down to like here. So you could have, I entered when it was like up here, and I started entering, and it pushed up. It's trying to maybe reclaim 4,500. Like my risk is my risk. Well, like risk management, like there's a formal way to teach risk management, like stop loss size, pips, 1-2%, but I know traders that risk 20% per trade and take one trade a week and have $1 million accounts. You're risking 20% on $1 million, you're gonna make money regardless. Like if you're good at trading and you have $1 million account and you're risking 10 to 20% on a trade, you're putting 100K to 200K per trade. I'm going to be using a huge stop loss, but I'm going to probably still I'm going to be up money, right? Like I'm probably like, whether I hit my 2-to-1 risk to reward or 3-to-1 risk to reward, I'm going to be floating 20, 30, 40, 50 G's on average a trade. I'm going to be floating, if I'm trading on $1 million, risking 10 to 20% a trade, my average P&L is going to be floating 30, 40, 50K on a trade to 100K on a trade. I'm going to be up money, right? So for me, like I think differently about my risk management. Risk management's not always something you could, like someone's risk, like everyone has their own risk management. Like there's risk management by the books, but then it's like people who actually make money in trading. It's like gamblers, like professional poker players, like how they make money. Like they have their own strategies, right? What are we doing in trading? We're taking a gamble for everything that we do, right? We're predicting price. We're predicting where price is going to go. It's pretty much a gamble, right? You could say an educated gamble, right? We're predicting where prices are going to go on things. And we're using strategies, confirmations, and stuff, right? So every trader that I know that actually makes money, I'm talking like 50K to 100K a month at least, like makes money, right? They think differently about how they make the money. Like not everyone's risk management by the books of like stop loss. You gotta risk 1% per trade and put your stop loss at least this, and you gotta target a minimum of 2-to-1 risk to reward. Not everyone does that to make money, right? So it's like there's the way by the books that, you know, people will say you have to take a trade and you gotta risk. It has to be a 1 to 2. That's why some of you guys aren't making money, because your targets are all the way up here. You're not gonna hit your target. Your target's way butt fuck up here, and you're like, you know, you're not gonna hit your target. If you could position yourself in trades that make money, like go into profit, like you just gotta at some point up your risk too. Like trading changed for me the day I grew like a pair of balls and just decided to risk more. That's just the truth. And so I'm just like, that's where my trading changed years ago, where I was just like, I'm just gonna risk more, stop being a little bitch. So just fucking one day, fucking risk $500 on a trade. This is not financial advice, but just maybe that a good trade, and that'll be your breakthrough day, and then you'll just have a different sense of money and a different sense of like how you approach the market. The day you make I'm telling you, the day you make $10,000 in a day on the market, so you have an actual $10,000 a day, you're gonna start thinking differently about money. Like the day you can make $10,000 cash and then withdraw that from the market, you're gonna start thinking differently about how you view money, how you risk money from that point on. So that should be your goal too. How about that? Your first $10,000 day. My first goal when I started trading was a $10,000 month. I remember that was my first goal. I'm telling you, the day I made $10,000 in a day, it changed everything for me. 30-minute close in 3 minutes. I'm still in gold longs. I'm still gonna hold this shit for the next 30-minute candle probably. It looks like this one's gonna close bullish. I hope the market doesn't just go down in the next 3 minutes and 45 seconds. But yeah, this candle, if it closes bullish, possibly next candle could go up. It looks like it's trying to recover 4,500. There might be a bit of a push up. Like it might just go like up into here. Like I'm not, like I said, it's not about like trying to target the moon. The trades that I get that are in like that, like the big trades, like these ones, the last signal I sent, or was it that one? Yeah, this one. Like the trades that really go, I'm not even trying to target like it usually smashes my target and I just end up holding a bit longer. Like these types of trades that go the distance, I don't have I don't keep the full target in mind. Like here, this, like these trades that really go the distance, like I'm just executing the same confirmations or the same style. I'm not taking my trades like I have to target this. It's all about like, yo, I know I'm getting a good entry, it's probably gonna move, let's just hold the trade out. Like I treat every trade the same is what I'm saying. Like I'm not sitting at every trade like I have to like I'm not getting analytical like I have to get here to here because that's a 3-to-1 risk to reward. Like I'm entering when I feels right to enter, and usually I put myself in situations that can become farther than I expected, and that's just by that's all about the execution. So I think that's all about execution because I'm not always aiming for these hundreds of pips moves. I just end up being in them. Not all the time. Here and there. Not every trade. But most trades I take, it's like I could have held longer. Like most trades I end up taking, it's like, damn, I could have held longer or it went far afterwards. I'm not sitting here like always trying to aim for like a super target. Like, yo, I gotta go here. I got like, if I can find a minimal target that's likely to get achieved, I'll aim for that. Usually the market will go beyond that, and I'm in for that. With the amount of times I do things, there's going to be those few positions that just go so fast. There's going to be those few positions that just run, and when you're in it, you're in it. Like this one. Like there's going to be those trades that just end up going when you're in it. But I try to aim for minimal targets, like something that's like a good amount of pips. Like I want to collect a good amount of pips. Like I'm trying to collect a good amount of pips. I'm more worried about the pips. Like it's like, okay, I'm not trying to just aim for 40 pips or 50 pips. Like I want to get at least like a $10 move, maybe a $15 move. Usually for me, aiming for minimal moves, I'm able to just kind of capture the right moves. I'm not always aiming for hundreds of pips. If you look at my take profits, for instance, look at these TPs. It was the right trade to be in. This one, right? It was the right trade. And the take profit, like take profit 1 was 50 to 100 pips. Take profit 2 was 80 to 130 pips. Take profit 4 was 100 to 150 pips. And then another 40 pips on top of that. So take profit 4 was 140 pips to 190 pips. And then boom. Full take profit 200 to 250 pips. So that full take profit, like the last take profits will be good. If I could hit those last ones, it's going to be a good fucking trade. I'm making money. 30-minute close. I'm going to see if gold goes up. If it doesn't, then I'm pretty much cooked. Not starting the week out right. 1 hour had a huge wick. That's one thing. This 1 hour is a huge wick. It's pulled back on the 30-minute. There is sort of a 30-minute rejection here. Maybe we can get some push up. I think it'll push up. Let's buy the dip. Buy or cry. What did silver do? Silver's down. Silver's down bad. I mean, if you were trying to buy... Yo, it came to my red zone. Look at that. I drew that. Ha! It came to the red zone. Like, if you're trying to buy silver market open, like, that would have worked. But for a period of time, like, this would be maybe a better buy confirmation if you're trying to buy, like, silver. At least more proper. Like, if you're trying to buy it on market open, maybe it bounces here on the 30-minute, gets some recovery. Metals, like silver exploded open and then it dipped down. And now it's like at this, I drew this because of the 1 hour. I had this resistance here. It came back to resistance. So maybe silver rejects this area. There is a big pullback on silver. If there's a strong trend and things go up, like if the trend is here, this will like recover more. I don't know. That's all I see. Silver has like a bit of a clear chart here. Look at, boom. We came to previous resistance here. We just came down, rejected on the 30-minute. This 30-minute has 27 minutes left. So maybe this 30-minute can go up or the next one. Like maybe we can reverse in this area where we just got some rejection on the 30-minute. We just rejected a bit here. That's all I see right now, folks. Gold, push up for me, darling. I said darling. Oh, my darling. Push up, you bitch. Silver buys, silver buys, silver buys, silver buys, silver buys, silver buys. Buy the dip, buy the dip. Silver, buy the dip. I'm going to buy silver too. YOLO. Don't copy if you hey, if you're copying like my trades, just brace yourself. It's December 28th, so we're just getting back into the market. Silver's low. Silver came down. Maybe there's a buying opportunity here. Gold. Maybe there's a buying opportunity there too. I'm buying silver. I'm just hammering silver. Oh shit! This just popped up. I'm already in profit on silver. I'm doing some crazy shit right now on my phone, so I mean, if you're trying to follow along, it might not be the easiest. Oh, silver's... That was the right timing. Might have been the right timing, yo. This might have been the right timing. I might have timed this adequately. Ha! I'm in profit on silver instantly. I bought silver. Like, I said YOLO. I literally said YOLO. I'm going to buy silver. Big pullback. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm going to hold for like an hour. Maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe try to scalp it. Get out with some blue. Because, yo, these things are moving, yo. Like, I'm going... I don't know. If you want to buy silver on market open, this would be like a way better opportunity. Gold went up a bit. Trying to push up. I did say I was in gold buys. It's pushing up a bit. Maybe the 1 hour can reject on gold too. That would be pretty crazy if the 1 hour rejected. Because then that'd be like what the 30 minutes doing right now, but just on the hourly time frame. So that would be pretty cool if gold did that. Because then maybe it could go up for like an hour or two. Like a little buy the dip situation. That would be great. Silver kind of went up and then it went back down. Not really. But let's see what these 30 minutes do, 1 hours do. Like, you don't have to trade if you don't want to. Just warming up. Getting some some trades going. Silver had a 30-minute rejection here. Came to my zone that I drew not that long ago. 30-minute rejection. Maybe that can hold and turn into an hour rejection. If it does, then that's good. Same thing with gold. Gold did reject on the 30-minute. You can see the next 30-minute is going up. Maybe that can turn into a 1 hour rejection. If that does, that would be good. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next like hour or two. Now I'm going to wrap it up. Now I'm gonna wrap it. Remember, I almost bought here. Mind you, I almost bought here and I avoided buying there. I just showed you guys patience. Some of you guys are like, what's going on? Where's the trade? I literally just showed you guys real live patience. Some of the things some of you guys have to learn, man. That's something. I just showed you something you guys have to learn. Did you guys? I almost bought up here. And I waited for this. And I bought, like, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw that, but hey, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Remember up here I was saying if we get, wait for the ball, let's watch this 30-minute, but then this dumped. It's like, that's why I just sometimes just waiting, patience. Rejection candles especially can help you out a bit. Because had I just bought here, I wouldn't be in this trade. I'm in a little bit of profit on gold. Silver pulled back. Maybe silver can rebound back up. Like if gold goes up, silver will go back up. Gold was a good trade. It was a good patience. Like it's moments like that you got to kind of wait for. I started entering on this candle when it was up here, and then when it pulled back, gold was a fine trade. Like I said, those moments sometimes you got to wait for. Could be a scalp. Like if you got in gold, you could just scalp it. Like you don't have to hold it that long. Like if you're in profit, it's December 28th. Like I don't know what the market's gonna do this week so much, but I just made some money. That's hilarious. Wow, silver just flew up too. Yeah, I'm in profit on silver. Well, I'm gonna close this silver trade. I'm up $800 on silver. I just made $800 on silver. Ha! Tell me about that. Fam. I don't know if you guys paid attention to what I just did there. I did say I was entering silver buys, and I did say I was entering gold buys. Gold, you could have caught it lower than I got it in too. Like you could have caught better entries. I did even say if the 30-minute closes bullish, you could enter gold, and look, it happened. So, meow, meow, meow. Holy. That was crazy. I just made $800 on silver. I just made $800 on silver. Like, that was quick. Yo, silver's crazy with lot sizes. You got to watch out on those lot sizes. Watch out if you trade silver. Them lot sizes go... Yo, yeah, those lot sizes are different. I just made $1,600. Literally... I dropped my phone. Those lot sizes on silver go in. Hey, don't say I didn't tell you. I did say I was buying silver. Gold's going up. Yo, yes, gold going up. Yeah, like if anybody copied, I know I said it. Brace yourself if you're copying, because like that was a pretty crazy moment there, and silver wicked down. I did say you could wait for the 30-minute to reject to buy gold. Regardless, it's in profit. I'd say scalp it. Like maybe just a quick little scalping momentum. I just got out of some trades, so. Chill pill, taking a little chill pill for a minute. Oh, what's okay? A little spike up. GG. That's how you do it. That's patience. I told y'all. I did say I was entering, so don't say I didn't say I was. I said I'm taking gold buys. I'm entering small positions on gold. I'm gonna add more if it. I literally said everything I said I was gonna do. I was taking small positions on gold. I said the reason I'm taking small positions is because if it goes down, I'm gonna enter more. Right? That's why some of you guys ask too many questions, man. Just fucking get, Some of you guys ask too many questions. Like, where's the stop loss go? It's like, yo, we'll figure that out later. Look at silver. Oh my gosh, I should have held fucking silver. I'd be up fucking racks. I'd be up some rickies. Regardless, I just made like $1,800 because like I still have a gold trade, so that's not even bad for a Sunday night. Like I'll take it. Account's at above 16,000 now. What'd I say? I said everything I was gonna do, so don't say I didn't tell y'all. I literally even said I'm buying silver when I bought it. Fuck off with that shit. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. It was Christmas, man. I gotta make money, yo. I'm trying to make as much money here as I can. Christmas just trying to make my Christmas. I'm gonna be doing that all January, basically. Fuck. Yeah, silver went up. I should have held silver a little longer. It would have been a bag, but hey, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna wrap it up. When am I gonna wrap this shit up? I said I was gonna wrap it up a minute ago. We had a lot of anyone who left. I feel bad for anybody who left. We had 862 views, yet there's 80 people on. You guys are soft, man. You guys don't want to make money. I'm gonna go take a vacation from you guys. You guys are spoiled. You guys are spoiled, man. I'm telling y'all. I wish my mentor was like me. I wish my mentor and coaches and people I bought courses from and learned from was like me. Holy. They didn't fucking trade. Those guys didn't even, the people I learned from didn't even trade. You find out they're all foo-foo after. People I learned from didn't even fucking trade. Imagine you find out your mentor's like, it's a heartbreak. You're like, yo, what? Guy didn't even trade, but hey, kudos to him. Bro, can y'all go spam the Discord? First of all, did anybody take one of those trades? One of those two? I did say I'm buying gold. You would be up 100 pips. That's what I mean. Like, this is what I mean about you'd be up 100 pips if you bought, or more, because it went down to 92. If I bought here, I bought when it broke. Remember, where was that? I bought here, up here. Remember, and I said if it goes down, I'm gonna buy more. Then it went up, and now you could have been up over 100 pips. You know, that's what I mean. Silver. I said silver down here. I said silver before it pumped. Like silver, I called it here, or somewhere here before it pumped. Silver's moved like $2. You guys are. Did anybody catch one of those two trades? We got 80 people on. We have like 3,000. We have 640 members in the inner circle. 640 members in the inner circle. 3,800 in the Discord. You 80 or that's it. 80 soldiers here tonight. You got 73 now. There we go. 873 views. Yo, if you guys, here's what I need you guys to do now. I need you guys to go to DGen chat and just show it. Like, if you took the trade, just show everybody what they missed out on, why they got to be on the streams, man. If you took the trade, I'm gonna post right now. I'll post right now. I would post mine. What a night. What a night. I'm happy with tonight's result. I made $625. I'll take it. Fuck it. Are we going back to live trading? Oh my god, are we? Did I just break the cherry? Are we going back to live trading? I don't know. Are we? I gotta warm up. I've been sending signals a lot. Sorry for my French. Look what I wrote. I went pretty savage in there. silver. Anyone catch silver? Oh, damn. $80 on an 001? Fuck. Bro, I had 005. Yo, silver goes deep, though. I had 005. I gotta change symbol. Let me change the symbol here so I can see silver. XAG. Bro, I had some 002s, 005s. I had 3 005s, 4 005s, a bunch of 002s. That was hot. Yeah, that's silver is like way more volatile than gold. Someone just took $84 to $231. That's pretty impressive, actually. That's impressive. It's pretty impressive, actually. In one move. Yo, you're up now, though. Silver's moved more, no? Oh, shit. And gold. This was a screenshot. Look at the price. I wonder if you held. Gold's at... silver's up a bit more. Because silver's 78.23. Every time silver moves, like, with the decimals, it multiplies. Silver's more volatile. So you got to watch out with lot sizes. Yeah, like... This person, look at $80. Fuck. You ever see Don't Mess with the Zohan when he's like... I do that to my girl. And he goes like... You know what I'm talking about? Y'all gotta know what I'm talking about. I'll leave it at there. Yo, what a night. Holy shit balls. This was a good night. This is probably one of the best. This was a fire night. We didn't expect it to beat but silver. Yo, take some profits, get out of the moves. That's what I mean. Like... a minimal move, and now you can look forward and start to think about more things like, okay, the 1 hour, it's 42 minutes left on the 1 hour. If the 1 hour closes bullish, what could happen? Because the 30-minute closed bullish. Now the 1 hour, bam, what if the 1 hour closes bullish? Maybe that 1 hour pulls back to like 4505, 4500. Think about it. This 1 hour, like, think about how much we just moved up. We moved up enough to make money there. It's like, if the market's going to keep going up, it's probably not just going to keep pushing on this one candle. It's going to take more than this candle probably to keep pushing up. So I think like this will probably have like a pullback at some point. Right? Probably. Wow, what a move. That's crazy. I'll take it. 1600. I posted here. This is me. Where am I at? Did I post? I should have. Bam. Bam. Small. See, I had these. Look, bro, I got a silver so early. And gold, too. Silver really made the money. Bruh. Look at those silver trades, yo. Alright, guys, we're never taking a trade on silver. We are officially undefeated with silver. We're never going to take a silver trade again. Our record is only wins with silver. I think that's the first silver trade we've taken. And we still took it in 2025. Look at that. Bro, I just made people money. Everyone's flipping $100 accounts and shit. 84. Yeah, still holding. Wow. Well. See, yeah, you just gotta show up to the lives, man. You never know what's gonna happen on a live with. You never know. So yeah, this 1 hour could like fluctuate. The 1 hour. Because we got the 30-minute close and this 30-minute went up, and that's what I mean. Like that was a good trade. That could be a trade, and then it's like wait for maybe another trade, which would be if the 1 hour closes bullish, waiting for a pullback and trying to see if the next 1 hour goes up. Maybe seeing if the next 1 hour candlestick goes up. That was a buy the dip. The reason I entered is because it also felt like manipulation happened, like liquidity was grabbed, stop losses got hit. It felt like with that big candle, because I was like maybe seeing a buy here. that big candle that dropped, it felt like liquidity grab, you know, stop loss hunt, stop loss is getting hit, that type of situation. It felt like that, which is a familiar feeling for me. I've been in that, you know, after 10 years, over 10 years of trading now, you're going to be in those situations where you're being your stop loss is getting hit, or you're being like in those liquidity grabs, and you just, the feeling of it. There was that there too. Because if you notice, there was a random time. It might have felt like a random time, but it was the right time where I was like, you know what? I'm going to start entering gold small. So it's just like a fine line of patience, because we've been on this stream now for 2 hours and 21 minutes. We've been on for 2 hours and 21 minutes now. So there's a fine line of patience, you know? Like, I just made $1,600 in that 2 hours or whatever it was. I think it was a bit more, but could have made way more. 1625, whatever. I had some small little trades open from swap on the weekend, but 2 hours could have been 3 hours. Like, what if maybe patience overall still like we've been on for 2 hours and 22. Yeah, like literally, I'm looking at the thing right now. It says 2 hours and 20 minutes, 22 minutes. So that was all these candles. This. So you can see, like, if we stream and we get into a trade right away, it's like, it's not always a trade, you know. It's like we get on, it's like, okay, let's watch the market, let's chill. It might take time to actually even find a good trade if we're ever going to do live trading. It doesn't feel right just jumping on, get into a trade. Imagine if we jumped on and we got into a trade right away. It would have ruined the night. Like, it would have been pointless, right? You know, sometimes you just got to sit there, watch. If there's something that can trigger, like there was a trigger moment there for me. The 15-minute closed bullish, and then I was thinking, okay, this 30-minute might close bullish, if you remember. Sometimes it just takes, like, maybe just a little bit of a trigger. Is dollar bearish right now? Dollar 4 hour is very bearish. Notice that. Interesting. See how we can always just continue something as well. Because now, like, we're about to be on for another 20 minutes. Watch. Dollar is very bearish on the 4 hour. 1 hour, we just got like, and inside of that, gold dumped. Think about it. Inside of that, gold dumped. Let me see something. Yeah. Interesting. We have very big wick on 4 hour now. Very, very big wick. Spider sense tickling. Interesting. Four hour. This is where we could start to think bigger now. If the 4 hour, like, if we want to think like long, like bigger swing, it's like we could start to look at this time frame, try to merge it with the 1 hour. Like, we look at the 1 hour. We talked about if the 1 hour closes bullish, maybe it can go up. We obviously go to this 4 hour now, and I can see the dollar is bearish. Gold reflecting that kind of in the moment right now. It's going up, but it crashed down first as this is very bearish right now. Let's see this 4 hour. Ew. There's a gap there. Christmas gap. Oanda. Forex.com look very interesting here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Break and retest 4 hour time frame. Gotta watch this. You gotta watch this wick. You gotta watch this, because like gold could maybe turn into a go up from here. Another move up tonight. Need to watch that. Keep an eye on this. This looks interesting now. Very interesting. Silver was... I called silver out perfect timing. That was crazy. Like, I called out perfect timing. I already got out of silver. Like, there was a good profit potential there. That's like scalping the market right there. But obviously, when you're scalping gold and silver, you can maybe even get up to hundreds of pips. Like gold, maybe not hundreds there. Like gold went from literally 92. Bro, gold moved $24. Y'all crazy. Gold moved 20 to $24. Like gold made a $20 move. Like, so I'll call her a night. Dollar looks bearish. We're having weakness on this 4 hour. Strong. We've been in a downtrend. We know that. If dollar weakness continues, gold would probably flip bullish on the 4 hour. Gold's back at like zone. Gold's returning back to the area. Maybe gold, watch on the 4 hour. See if the 4 hour can close bullish. It looks good in this area. Or 1 hour too. Like 1 hour still has 33 minutes left on it. If the 1 hour closes bullish. That's what I mean. The 1 hour, like if you remember when it was up here, I was saying like it might be worth closing because you might get a pullback. Because it had so much time left on it. When a candle moves so fast quickly and it still has like 40 minutes left on it, it's like, okay, how much is it going to do in that 40 minutes? Like, how much more can it go up aside from how much it already just went up? Gold's literally back in the area. Maybe keep an eye on this. We can see how the 4 hour might be lining up if everything holds. It was just a quick sell there. Looks like the sells are getting... It looks like the pumps are getting sold. Like it's pumping and dumping. But it's back in that area we literally had a good trade from. I closed out. Like I said, I closed out already. Like I got out. I might get back in small since I'm up some profit. I could maybe risk a bit of it. I closed out everything, but I might get back in slowly. But it also small. It's back in the area. So maybe keep an eye on it. You might get another bounce back up above 4,500. But that's going to be it for the night. I'm going to be on New York session. I don't think we got bank holiday tomorrow, right? No bank holidays tomorrow. So if I'm not on London session tonight, I'll be on for New York session. I don't know if I'm going to be on tonight. But we don't have any bank holidays until Tuesday. We got JPY. We got bank holidays here. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to jump on the charts for New York session sometime. Keep an eye on this. This might play out based on like 4 hour. We have like a break and retest maybe happening on the 4 hour. You can see the previous resistance here to the left that we're above. So maybe that holds. I'm out though. I'm going to wrap it up. We've been on for 2 hours, 30 minutes. I'll see everybody next stream. Peace out, peace out, peace out.